I can shoot the ball in the basket.
Heave ho! I can shoot the ball way under the basket. Okay, so that is different.
What's up, guys? We're talking about 15 times Carmelo Anthony shocked the world. Let's get right into it. Number 15, Carmelo Anthony bought a camel. Yeah, you definitely heard that one right. The NBA superstar decided that he was going to spend his money to get a new pet, but not your traditional pet. Melo made the announcement on Instagram years ago and only made one minor statement to his fans. He captioned the post, "Everybody got dogs and cats as pets. I got a camel." It's hard to argue with Melo there. Number 14. This next shocking moment takes us back to his college days. He only played in the NCAA for a single season with Syracuse, but it was a pretty successful season to say the least. In his only year, Melo was able to average 22.2 points, 10 rebounds, and 2.2 assists, shooting 45.7% from the floor. He led the team in points, rebounds, field goals made, and free throws made that season. Plus, he helped Syracuse storm through the NCAA tournament and even broke the record for most points scored by a freshman in the tournament. All that led to the school winning a national championship that year. It was their first ever NCAA title, and Anthony was rightfully awarded with the Most Outstanding Player award. Number 13. Here we have one of Melo's many game-winning buckets. This one came when he was still with the Denver Nuggets. There were only a few seconds left in the fourth quarter, and the Toronto Raptors were playing stifling defense. It was looking like Denver might lose this one with the way that the possession was going until Melo did this.
He's got it, 3 seconds, out to Phillips. Swing it, Carmelo for the win! Yes!
When you watch it in real time, it might even look like he wasn't able to get the shot off in time. Not only that, but he sank such a tough fall-away jumper with the game on his shoulders, and he delivered. Number 12. Moving on to a fast break attempt by Anthony and the Nuggets. Anthony wasn't the one leading the break here, but he was following his teammate close behind in case any opportunity for him arose. As the defender shifted over to seal off a layup attempt for Anthony's teammate, that exact opportunity came around. Check it out.
On Gordon, he's trying to tie it up. Dish it to Melo. Oh, yes!
Some people don't really remember Carmelo as a big dunker, but this clip should certainly change your mind on that matter. He practically put this man into a coffin in a matter of seconds. Number 11. Speaking of putting somebody into a coffin, we're going to shift right into another poster dunk. This one wasn't quite like the last one we just saw, though. It wasn't a fast break, rather an instance of Carmelo taking advantage of a defense that was seemingly falling asleep at the wheel. Take a look at what he did to wake him up.
Notice it's getting later as we go. Anthony dunks over.
I'm sure the guy who got posterized looked back at the film and let that primary defender hear about it. The first guy barely even attempted to turn around because he knew he got toasted so bad by Anthony's first move to the rim. Number 10. If you thought that last guy was having a bad day, then wait until you see what happens to this next dude. The Utah Jazz came down with a rebound, and the guy who grabbed the board simply went to pass it over to his teammate. He didn't really stop to look around, though, and he didn't see that Melo had stayed back to wait for that exact pass, and this was what happened when he sprang into action.
Rebound Millsap with Gallo. Pass. Melo! Oh, wow!
I can imagine that dude really didn't want to show his face around the locker room for a little bit after this game. Not only did he turn the ball over on a pretty bad pass, but then he went up and challenged Melo only to get plastered to the wall. Number 9. Game winners never get old. They're also consistently shocking to the fans and the players on the court, no matter who wins. And in this instance, the Nuggets were squaring off with the Phoenix Suns. The game was in triple overtime, and somehow the score was still tied at 137. There were still 6 seconds left on the clock when Melo got the ball passed to him. He made a little spin move to gain some separation in the mid-range, and then he did this.
Boykins looking for Melo. Carmelo's got it. Carmelo pull-up, shoots.
What makes this game winner even more shocking than the others is that it was in triple overtime. You know how tired he must have been after playing for probably 50 minutes at this point, and yet he still made a nice move to get open and fired away from his spot to win it for his team. Number 8. This next shocking moment is another game winner pretty close to that last one. However, this one comes in a bigger moment during regulation. The Nuggets found themselves down by 2 points against the Dallas Mavericks in the Western Conference semifinals. Denver had a 2-0 series lead, but a Dallas win could have brought them some new life. Anthony got the ball in his hands with 6 seconds left again, and he did not disappoint. Take a look at what he did this time.
Drives to his right, lost it, picks it back up. He's open on the right side, takes a three. Yes!
Even though he seemingly lost control of the ball, he still managed to grab it, take a difficult jumper from deep, and nail it to win the game. I would have been stunned if I was a Mavericks player there. Before we move on to this next clip, make sure to take a moment and smash that subscribe button. Otherwise, Melo might come over and hit a game winner on your favorite team. Alright, moving on to number 7. Melo does not get enough credit for his passing ability. And this is why we're going to show you this play. It caught everybody on the other team off guard and resulted in points for his team. Check it out.
No, as you mentioned, Steve, it's not their tempo. Nuggets roll to push it. What a pass that time by Carmelo.
He made a few beautiful moves to get separation and then flicked the ball through multiple people in his way to find a wide open teammate under the rim. Simply a perfect play all around. You really can't ask for much more offensively. Number 6. There are times when you can create something out of nothing, and Melo is great at that. In this next clip, he puts that creativity on full display and makes a fool out of 3 Boston Celtics defenders. Here's the play.
Anthony turns, no, gets his own miss, goes hard to the back.
Missing a shot, then putting the moves on another player to maintain possession, then going baseline to dunk it on 3 jumping Celtics is something that not many people thought was going to happen here, yet Melo found a way to make it work. Number 5. Sometimes Carmelo makes a statement defensively as well, and in this play, we get to see him make a stop that wound up winning them the game and closing out the opposing Memphis Grizzlies.
Robertson is also on the floor. Evans, tied up by Anthony.
It didn't look like much, but him getting his hands in there and cleanly grabbing the ball to stop him from even attempting a shot halted any hopes of a game winner for Memphis. A huge stand and one that the guard was certainly not expecting. Number 4. Sometimes when you get hot during a game, you just cannot be stopped. And here, that was exactly what was happening to Melo. With 12 seconds remaining in regulation, Melo let a 3-pointer fly against the Chicago Bulls. The New York Knicks were down by 3, so they badly needed this shot to drop. And as luck would have it, the shot did drop in, and the game went into overtime a few seconds later. At the end of overtime, there were 10 seconds left, and the Knicks were again down, but only 2 points this time. Melo had the ball in his hands and let another contested 3-pointer fly. Once again, he delivered and wound up winning the game for the Knicks despite improbable odds. Take a look at how these 2 tough shots played out.
The Bulls foul. No. Anthony for 3. Bang! In the hands of Anthony. Anthony for 3. Puts it in! Knicks by...
Number 3. We've seen some weird shooting games, but this one has got to be at the top of the list. Melo dropped 50 points in a win over the Miami Heat, though it wasn't your usual 50-burger. If you look at the shot chart, Melo didn't hit a single shot from the middle of the floor here, not one. Number 2. Up next, we have the time when Melo refused to come off the bench while playing for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now he doesn't mind it so much with the Los Angeles Lakers and the Portland Trail Blazers. However, him refusing to take a bench role was pretty shocking at first, although he eventually started to adapt. Number 1. This was the most shocking of them all. You don't get to see fist fights very often in the league, but this was a wild one. Fans called this fight the Brawl at the Garden, and it was an ugly one. Melo at one point fully sucker punched another player during a scrum near the baseline. Take a look at the fight.
Fry showing some real aggressiveness after that. Smith on. There's a flagrant 2 foul. Poor heads will prevail. Wade Robinson throwing a punch. Smith coming right back at him. Another punch is thrown. Jeffries needs to hold back. Marty Collins still going at Anthony.
Now, he certainly paid the price for his actions, but man, this must have been a crazy experience to be in if you were a fan in the stands in that game. And that does it for this video on Carmelo Anthony. If you enjoyed this one, be sure to leave the video a like and subscribe down below. Also, a video just appeared on your screen, so make sure to click it now.